This is the story of Hannah and Ethan, and it begins in a crowded city where dreams and heartbreak walk hand in hand. Asterisk, Hannah was no stranger to pain. An orphan since childhood, she grew up working odd jobs just to survive. Every day she carried the weight of loneliness, yet her smile never completely faded. She had nothing, no wealth, no family name, but she had kindness. And then, Ethan entered her world. To everyone else, Ethan was just another struggling young man trying to find his way. No one knew that behind his simple clothes and quiet life was the son of one of the wealthiest men in the country. He had chosen to hide his identity, to walk among the poor because money could buy him everything except true love. Their paths crossed in the most ordinary way. A book Hannah dropped in the marketplace, a hand reaching out to pick it up, and for the first time, their eyes met. From that day forward, they began to talk, to share stories of hardship, to laugh at small things, to carry each other's burdens, even in silence. Ethan admired her strength. Hannah admired his humility. Neither of them spoke the word love, but their hearts had already begun to whisper it. Weeks passed, and their bond only grew deeper. Hannah had never known a friend so loyal, and Ethan had never known a woman so genuine. But then, something happened. Something small, yet powerful enough to change everything. Hannah's birthday was drawing near. She had no family to celebrate it, no gifts, no grand party planned. To her, it was just another day. But to Ethan, it was the perfect chance to test the people around her and to discover who truly valued her heart. Asterisk, that night, as Hannah walked home under the dim city lights, Ethan watched her from a distance, his mind racing with a dangerous idea. One small test at her birthday would expose the truth, who was real and who was fake. And from that night onward, nothing in their lives would ever be the same again. Hannah's birthday arrived quietly. There were no balloons, no expensive gifts, no music to fill the air, only a small table, a few friends, and her heart full of gratitude for life itself. Ethan was there too, sitting quietly in the corner. To everyone else, he was just another poor boy, a nobody. But in his heart, tonight was not just Hannah's birthday, it was a test. He had prepared something unusual, a challenge that would reveal the true character of the people closest to Hannah. And as the evening unfolded, the moment arrived. On the table sat a plate of meat, Paisana's favorite. Ethan, pretending to be careless, announced, "There is only one plate left. Whoever takes it first, keeps it." The room fell silent. Eyes turned toward the food. Hannah's stepsister, Rita, wasted no time. With a greedy smile, she snatched the plate and held it tightly, as if it were gold. Her laughter filled the room. "Why shouldn't I have it? I deserve it more than anyone," she said proudly. But Hannah quietly stepped back. She looked at Rita and simply whispered, "If it makes you happy, then it's yours." Her voice carried no anger, only grace. In that single moment, Ethan's heart trembled. He had his answer: Rita's greed, Hannah's selflessness. The contrast was clear as day. But to everyone else in the room, it seemed like nothing more than a silly game. Only Ethan understood the weight of what had just happened. Later that evening, as the celebration ended, Ethan watched Hannah tidying the room, still smiling, still gentle despite being overlooked. And he thought to himself, this girl has the kind of heart money can never buy. For the first time, Ethan felt fear. Fear of losing her. Fear of keeping his secret for too long. Cliffhanger ending of part 2. Asterisk, that night, as Hannah blew out the single candle on her small cake, Ethan made a silent vow in his heart. He would no longer hide his feelings. He would risk everything, even his disguise, to tell her the truth. But what he didn't know was this: that confession would not only change Hannah's life, it would shake everyone around them to the core. Asterisk. The days after Hannah's birthday felt different. Ethan could no longer ignore what his heart knew, that Hannah was the one. Her humility, her kindness, her quiet strength, all had captured him in a way nothing else ever had. But every moment he stayed silent. The weight of his secret grew heavier. At last, one evening, under the soft glow of the street lamps, Ethan stopped Hannah as she prepared to walk home. "Hannah," he said, his voice trembling, "I have carried something in my heart for weeks, and tonight, I must tell you." Hannah turned, her eyes gentle, unaware of the storm within him. "I am not the man you think I am," Ethan whispered. "I came to you disguised as poor, because I wanted to know who would see my heart, not my money." Her eyes widened, confusion and shock filled the air. Before she could speak, another voice cut through the silence. Rita, who had been secretly following them, stepped forward, her face pale with disbelief. You, she gasped. You mean, you're rich? You're a billionaire. Her voice trembled with both awe and regret. The room seemed to freeze. Ethan didn't even look at her. His eyes stayed on Hannah. It's true, he continued softly. And Hannah, in that moment at your birthday, when you gave up your own joy just to keep peace, I knew you are the woman I have been searching for my entire life. Hannah stood speechless, her hands trembling. She had no desire for wealth, no hunger for riches. All she ever wanted was sincerity, love, and truth. Tears welled in her eyes as she whispered, You mean, all this time, you were testing me? Ethan nodded slowly. Not testing to hurt you, Hannah, testing to find you. Rita broke down in tears, realizing her greed had cost her everything. But Hannah remained silent, her heart torn between fear and hope. Finally, Ethan took a deep breath, stepped closer, and said, Hannah, I don't care about wealth or pride anymore. I only care about you. Will you let me walk beside you, not as a billionaire, not as a stranger, but as a man who truly loves you? For a long moment, there was silence. Then Hannah smiled through her tears and whispered, If your love is true, then wealth means nothing to me. And in that quiet night, under the stars, two souls found each other. Rita walked away, her lesson carved into her heart forever. Greed destroys, but love, pure and selfless love, remains. And as for Ethan and Hannah, their story became proof that sometimes the greatest treasures are hidden not in gold or silver, but in the kindness of a heart that refuses to let go. True love is not found in riches, but in sacrifice. It is never measured by what you take, but by what you are willing to give.